Hey everyone, so I'm back again for another video. This time around I have part 4 of my Wii collection update series, and here I'm covering pretty much a whole bunch of games between the letter S and Z, and also a couple of collectors and big box games at the end of that as well. If you want to see parts 1 through 3, they'll be linked somewhere here in the video. Just click wherever they may be and go ahead and watch those first or watch them later. Doesn't really matter what order you watch them in. So let's get into it. The first game I have here is a sort of genre of game that I like to buy. It's a collection game. It's SNK Arcade Classics Volume 1, and it has a whole bunch of classic SNK arcade games, as you can assume by the fact that it says SNK, Arcade, and Classics. Just a couple of the games that it has: Art of Fighting, Fatal Fury, Burning Fight, King of the Monsters, Last Resort, Magician Lord, and so on. Just your standard SNK fare from the early to mid 90s. Next is Sonic Unleashed. Just a disappointing current or more recent Sonic game. The only reason I really decided to get this, other than the fact that it was dirt cheap, is because you could use the GameCube controller, and I do like to use the GameCube controller. As I mentioned in a previous video, I think in the previous video I should say, I decided that I might as well just go ahead and grab all the GameCube controller games for the Wii. Next is a game that I actually haven't played yet. I've played other games in the series. I even rented one for the Xbox and for the GameCube. It's SpongeBob SquarePants Creature from the Krusty Krab. I have not played this one yet, but yeah, it says playing 8 bizarre and unusual worlds, and it has motion control as well, and it's a one-player game. I might get to it eventually, but it's nowhere near the top of my list. Next are two games that I actually played the sequel before I played the original, and I actually still haven't even finished the original. They are Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2. The only change between the first and the second one really is that they added Yoshi, and the stories are pretty much the same. People complain that this is just a very sort of basic sequel to the original game. People seem to like the original game better, but in my opinion, they're both pretty good for Mario games. Next is one of the most disappointing games in the Paper Mario series, and that is Super Paper Mario. I think, well, at least in my opinion, the only Paper Mario game that's more disappointing than this is Paper Mario Sticker Star, and I don't know, lately it just seems like they removed all the RPG elements from the series, and now it's just more or less a platformer with a little extra mechanics in there. Next is a series that everybody absolutely loves for all Nintendo consoles since the N64, and they've only released one game per console, and that is Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I also have the N64 version, the original version, and the GameCube version, Melee. And I have to say, I like the way that Brawl looks the best, but I don't know, I'm sort of partial to Melee. And it doesn't really need much explanation. It's Smash Brothers. Everybody knows about Smash Brothers. Well, not everybody, but lots of people do. Next up is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Smash Up. I got this game first off because it was Ninja Turtles. Second, because it was a sort of return to the first Ninja Turtles games, the sort of beat 'em up games that they used to be in the past. I liked also that you could use the GameCube controller, of course, and it had a comic book inside as well, and it actually had both the English and French versions of the manuals and the comics. So this was an ultra complete copy of the game, so I definitely had to get that. Next is a game in a series that I actually haven't played yet, and I don't know if I'll ever get around to this, or most likely if I'll get around to it anytime soon. I don't believe I will be, but it's Tenshu's Shadow Assassins. A lot of S sounds and CH sounds and that. Just weird to say it. But, yep, haven't played it yet, so I can't say much about this. If you know anything, if you think that I should really get around to playing this anytime soon, just let me know in the comment section below. Next are 2 out of the 3 games, I believe, in this series. Trauma Team and Trauma Center Second Opinion. It's a surgeon simulator mixed in with weird RPG, sort of one where you just mostly go around talking to different characters and then sort of collecting information and stuff like that. Just the motion controls kind of suck. I was more impressed with the DS game. I believe there's a DS game called Life Signs. Can't really remember, but I preferred the DS game over these 2. Next is one of the basic games that I got for dirt cheap at EB Games, and it's a sort of flight simulator. It's Twin Strike Operation Thunder, made by Zoo or published by Zoo. Just very, very, very disappointing in the end. You don't want to motion control. You don't want weird, bad motion controls in a flight simulator. Sorry. Next is a game that was originally released on the NES. It was remade and ported to many consoles over the years. It's Wacky Races, and this one's Wacky Races Crash and Dash. This exact game, I believe, was also ported to the DS. Have not played it yet, but it's just a wacky kart racer, so not much can be said about that. Next is Wario Land Shake It. I like Wario. I like the Wario Land games. I wish I could have all of them and play them on the consoles they were initially intended for, but I have where is it? Wario Land for the Virtual Boy, and I still haven't gotten a Virtual Boy to actually play this on. But I like myself some Wario. Next up is We Love Golf, made by Capcom. The only reason I really got this, other than the fact that it's a golfing game, and I do like golf games, it's because they have sort of character skins, characters that you could play as that are Capcom characters. You can play as Chun-Li, which was amazing enough. And it is a 4-player game, so I thought, why not? It was also about $1.50-ish, so I thought, might as well just get it. Next are 3 Wii Fitness games, I suppose. The first one is Wii Fit, and then the 2 packing games with my system, sorry, just burped there. Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. I have to say that I preferred the original Wii Sports to Wii Sports Resorts, but I did like the sword fighting game and the parachuting game, I believe, in Wii Sports Resort. But in the end, I did mostly play just Wii Sports, and not much can be said about these games that's negative. They're really good, but very basic games. And then Wii Fit I haven't played yet, and I don't know if I will be playing it, just because I'm pretty certain that I'm too heavy for the Wii Fit board thing anyway, so why even bother? Next is another basic cheap game made by, or I should say published by Majesco. It's called Wonder World Amusement Park. and it's just a collection of mini games, just not very fun. And the last of these games before I get to the big box and collector's edition games is Zack and Wiki Quest for Barbarossa's Treasure. I have not played this yet. I assume that it's just a platformer. It's made by Capcom. I've heard um, very little about this game actually. I have heard about it in the past, but I just can't remember much about it. But it seems that there is some puzzle platforming in it, and I do like to play those games, so I think I might get around to this eventually, but as to when, not sure yet. And then lastly are the three Collector's Edition and Big Box games that I have. I'll go with the most disappointing of these first. It's called Truth or Lie, Someone Will Get Caught. The reason why I bought this is because it was in a clearance bin at an HMV, and it had an accessory as well. Because for me, I like getting video game accessories, especially ones that are packed in with games. This one here, though, was just a microphone, and the game itself didn't even work. It's supposed to be able to tell if you're telling the truth or if you're telling a lie, but it just never worked. At least I got the microphone out of it. And then the two collectors or special editions that I have are Kirby 20th Anniversary Dream Collection and Super Mario All-Stars Limited Edition. Now, I got this one from a local game store, but I paid the full $40 that you would pay for it at EB Games. And Super Mario All-Stars Limited Edition, I got this at Fan Expo last year. I was really happy to get this and add it to my collection, but I haven't gotten around to playing it yet. But they are, of course, just updated versions of the classic Super Mario games, as is Kirby's Dream Collection. They're just updated versions of the classic Kirby games. Anyways, that's my collection, my complete Wii collection. If you haven't watched parts 1 through 3 yet, go ahead and watch those as well. I'd be happy if you went ahead and did that. As always, leave comments in the comments section below. Anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, just leave them there, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. If there are any games that you saw in this video that you like or have anything you'd like to say about, just go ahead, write them in the comment section, and yep, that's it. Check out my Twitter, my Facebook, my website. They're all linked in the description below, and that's it. See ya.